Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Several weeks ago, the NBA was shut down, and after that, it seemed like everything pretty much closed.
True. When that happened, our next guest was benched too. So today, we decided to check in with Zora Stephenson to see what she's up to. Zora is the sideline and digital reporter for the Bucks, and she joins us this morning via FaceTime. Good morning, Zora.
What's up, ladies? I said, okay, if you guys get to be on the couch, so do I. So I'm coming to you from my living room.
Hey, Zora.
As you should. That's true. Hey, how's this time going for you? We were saying, I mean, if you heard it, it's like when the NBA stopped, it feels like then that's when everything sort of stopped.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just trying to stay productive and do as much as I can to research and stay up to speed with everything that's going on, stay up to speed with what's still going on in the basketball world in terms of where the team left off at and what still could happen moving forward. So just keeping busy the best I can.
Good for you. What do you like to do in your downtime? Do you watch a lot of old sports? Do you read? Do you cook?
So for me, it's doing all the things that I didn't have time to do. So that would include reading. I've cooked more than I have in my entire life. What else? Getting really crafty with these home workouts. So if anybody has any suggestions, I know there's a bunch of online classes right now. So looking at a lot of those too.
That's cool. What about work? Are you working at all from home? Are there any interviews or anything you're doing? Have you spoken to players?
So the Bucks are still working on how they exactly want to do their content during this time. Obviously, have been in touch with some of the players and stuff like that. But for me, it's just about researching as much as I can. Sometimes I'm helping the Bucks with some side projects as well, and then doing some radio stuff, talking to people like you all. So trying to keep busy.
Yeah, I bet it's a challenge for all the players. I think about a lot of sports, baseball right now too, which was supposed to be starting its season, and just all the players like Giannis, for example, wanting to stay sharp and on top of their skills, and which makes me also think about his new baby. He's obviously got more time for that now to be a dad.
Well, I'm sure everybody has seen him on TikTok and Instagram Live and all his different social media platforms. He's getting a lot of time with Liam and the family, which I know he probably enjoys a lot. And then we've seen him pick up on these hobbies. I don't know if anybody's seen the guitar video there. My comment on that is let's stick to basketball.
We all have our strengths, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's true. Right before the NBA shutdown, you were actually in Charlotte with the Bucks, and you got to do a very special interview. Tell us a little bit about that. It was with your dad.
It was awesome, and I think the best part about it is it wasn't planned at all. My parents live in Raleigh, North Carolina, so they traveled a couple hours to the Charlotte game, and when they got there, the producer on the game that night said, "Hey, why don't you just go up and interview your dad?" And I was like, okay, so I called my mom and said, "Hey, where are your tickets at?" Walked up to them, and I said, "Hey, Dad, stand by. You're about to be on in like 2 seconds." And so I think the best part about it is it was just natural, and it was us, and we were chatting about the things that we care about, which is basketball, go-go music, family, and it's something that he really, really enjoyed.
that is so cute. Has he done a lot of TV interviews before?
So, I mean, if you watch the interview, you can tell that this is not his first rodeo. And because he is like really in tune with the music business and stuff like that, he's written a book. So, and he's really active in his community. So, yeah, TV is something that he's done before.
Go getter, that's for sure. I love it. Runs in the family. Are you doing any homework? Are there things that you're kind of like studying up on or wanting to learn about your craft for future?
So in terms of what I'm doing, I'm looking at a lot of film and film on the players, but also film on myself. During the season, it's so busy. You have one game after another, and you don't have time to self-reflect a lot of the times. And so for me, it's just looking back at my delivery, my pace, some of my questions, where I can be better, and then also looking at different people and how they do their jobs and how I can help with those jobs as well. And then, I mean, hopefully this thing picks back up again, and if it does, you have to be ready. So I'm trying just to look forward and look at some of the possible things that could happen maybe in the playoffs and make sure I'm up to speed on those teams as well.
Well, I watch your interviews with a lot of interest, and I have to tell you, I think you're very real and genuine. Whether you're interviewing players or coaches, you can tell you have a lot of knowledge about the game. You played yourself, but good for you, because I think you're really doing a great job, and we're so excited that you're having your first season here with us, doing a really, really good job. Because we talked about TV, I got to know if you've seen The Tiger King, if there are any shows that you're binge watching right now.
So I did hear you all talking about it earlier in the show, and no, I haven't gotten to it yet. There's a lot of shows that I had to catch up on, talking about This Is Us and All American, some of the shows that I've been watching. Cheer. I hadn't watched Cheer. Didn't have any time. So I had to catch up on some of the things that have already aired. And then I'll get to Tiger King. So I've got a long list, but I'll get there.
Oh, you're going to be behind the game, girl. You got to get going on that.
I know. I'm trying not to look at all the spoilers on social media.
It's true. What about, okay, so you said you've never cooked this much in your life. I've heard that sentiment from so many people. A, that they've never cooked that much, or B, they realized how they didn't really know how to cook that well. What are you cooking? Like, what have you learned about cooking?
Well, the biggest thing for us is that we had to get the staples. I was on the road so much, there was no point in going and get groceries. They would just go bad. So for us, we had to just get everything that a kitchen would need to even try and cook. And then on Sunday, I did crepes, which I was really proud of myself.
Fancy.
Thought it was pretty
Yum.
cool. Did teriyaki chicken in the slow cooker last week, all the sauce from scratch and everything. So just trying as much as I can. And the thing is, I want you all to know, this is how special you are. I mean, this is the most halfway put together I have looked in weeks.
We won't
So
make a
there's
show
that as well.
if you're wearing pajama pants on the bottom.
Oh, of course, slippers, everything.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, stay healthy, stay well. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate all the homework that you're doing in the, I don't want to say off season, but
Yeah.
while everybody's taking this break. But we really appreciate you joining us, and we look forward to when you can return to the game yourself.
Yeah, we love you, Zora.
All right, have a good one.
You
You
too.
too.
Take care.